Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back in. So, the first thing here coming through is the energy of adaptation, that some of you are really learning how to move with life instead of resisting it. Hey, thank you for hitting that like button. Those that always do support this channel, leaving comments as well. I really do appreciate it. I'm sending you guys extra love and light. Hey, and if you haven't yet subscribed here, what are you waiting for? But yeah, let's dive in here and see what is this energy. Here, the Two of Pentacles is your first card here. Yeah, perhaps many of you have been juggling a lot lately. Responsibilities, emotions, maybe even decisions about your future. But what Spirit is highlighting here is flexibility. You learning how to stay balanced even when life shifts unexpectedly. The Hermit. I do feel that many of you have stepped back a little bit. Some of you have been spending more alone time alone, reflecting, or maybe even doing deeper spiritual work. I'm hearing this isn't isolation in a negative way, all right? It feels like intentional, like you are soul searching, trying to understand your path on a deeper level. Some of you may naturally be holding the energy of a spiritual guide or mentor, I'm hearing. For others, even if you don't fully see yourself that way yet, I'm hearing that some people actually tend to come to you advice for your wisdom, or perhaps it's grounding. Now, we do have the Devil coming out here, and what's interesting is it feels like a contrast to the Hermit, all right? So this energy can show someone, whether either this is you or someone connected to you, perhaps someone who feels stuck in a story, all right? Almost like repeating the same narrative about the past, about mistakes, about limitations. There is a sense here of confronting the shadow, the part of ourselves we don't always want to look at. So for some of you, this is really deep shadow work, breaking patterns, recognizing where fear and attachment or old beliefs have been quietly influencing decisions. But here we have justice, and this does feel like a turning point here in the message, truth coming to the surface. 11 is that awakening, right? It's about seeing things clearly, not through the lens of old pain, but through wisdom. Some of you are really learning from past mistakes and making different choices right now. Hey, some of you, this really could be regarding legal matters, contracts, official decisions. Hey, I'm hearing it's all being sorted out. Now, on a spiritual level, I am getting justice is also about that karmic balance. What has been unfair, hidden, or unresolved is starting to move forward. Okay, so what Spirit is saying here, the more honest you are with yourself during this hermit phase, the more freedom you create from those devil patterns. And that naturally just brings justice into your life. Truth, balance, realignment. All right, let's dive deeper, beautiful souls, and get some clarifiers out here. If you're still here, thank you again. If you haven't hit that like button, hey, what are you waiting for? I'd really, truly appreciate it. And I'm sending you extra love and light. Two of Pentacles to the Eight of Cups. Should we get another? All right. It's quite blurry here. Let's see what is happening. Thank you for being patient here with me. All right, this looks a little bit better. I'll put a bit of a light on. Sorry about the glare. All right, let's move that out the way and clarify this. Eight of Cups, Knight of Swords, clarifying the Two of Pentacles. I'm hearing very clearly here that some of you had to walk away from something emotionally draining. So this could be a situation, it could be a mindset, it could be a job, or even a certain relationship that where perhaps it was keeping you in this constant state of juggling, constantly trying to adapt, constantly trying to hold everything together. Now, the funny thing is, I'm seeing in my mind's eye bear spirit from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. I did a reading the other day on it. Bear spirit is about taking time out, going into the cave, resting, healing, reflecting, not rushing the process. If I'm not mistaken, that collective reading had a picture of a bear, the bear spirit, and it had owl spirit on it. There might just be seriously a message there for you. Some of you stepped away intentionally, all right? You slowed things down so you can recollaborate. But what's interesting here with the Knight of Swords here is that once clarity arrives, which is this Knight of Swords, you're going to come in and things are going to move quickly, all right? It's quick movement. There's a seriously quick movement. Bikes could be significant, perhaps the sound of fast vehicles coming past, that decisive action. This is someone who suddenly knows exactly what direction they're moving in. It's almost like this moment where you say to yourself, I'll move quickly to help others, and as I do, my own dreams expand. So I'm getting your purpose begins expanding the moment that you stop pouring energy into places that were actually draining you. Number 28 could be significant for some of you. The Hermit, let's clarify that. Okay, so here we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Wheel. Nice. Hermit, clarified by the Queen of Cups and the Wheel. I feel you are someone who is deeply intuitive, very compassionate, very emotionally wise. Yeah, so many of you that are watching right now are empaths, healers, readers, guides, or perhaps you're just simply people who naturally hold space for others. I mean, you don't need to be a tarot reader to hold this energy, all right? And what Spirit's also saying here is the Hermit phase that you were in or you have been in, this energy of going within, it hasn't been a waste of time, all right? It's actually been part of this whole karmic upgrade, all right? The Wheel of Fortune, right? The wheel is turning. Even if things around you have maybe felt chaotic, uncertain, this is the part what we call the chaos of creation. Spirit is rearranging things so you move into the next cycle of your life. You know, the more you listen to your intuition during this time, the more the wheel starts aligning things in your favor. All right, let's clarify the Devil. So here we have the Three of Swords. Eight of Swords. So let's bring the Devil forward. Okay, let's fine. Let's do it like that. I feel more has to come out here. Heartbreak, betrayal, mental loops. Some of you have experienced repeated situations where people really did disappoint you. Yep. Or where you felt like you had to constantly defend yourself, prove yourself, or fight for your place. There's also a lot of mind-heart integration that is happening here. I'm hearing learning to release fear, learning to stop believing the limiting stories the mind tells you sometimes. You know, the mind can be our worst enemy sometimes. All right. So I didn't say it out loud. I should have said it out loud, but I was wondering, who is this devil? Taurus energy coming out here with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So this could be you. It could be somebody else. It could just perhaps be Perhaps you have a Taurus somewhere in your chart, okay? It doesn't have to be. It's just energy. Let's clarify that. Because this feels like a delay. Feeling lost out, like left out in the cold. All right. So some of you, this has absolutely been connected to some sort of foundation issues, money stress, instability, health concerns, or perhaps it's simply feeling like you have been left out in the cold. All right. And both energies is Taurus energy. So again, confirmation of Taurus energy coming through very strong. All right, so what Spirit is actually showing here is that this period of difficulty has actually been forcing you to confront the deeper fears around security, worth, and survival. And hey, as uncomfortable as that is, that shadow work, that's the shadow work that breaks the chains. All right, let's clarify justice. Again, thank you for hitting that like button if you're still here. I'm going to bring justice forward so we can see what is happening here. And we have the Eight of Wands. Let's get one more out here. We have the Six of Swords. This is things start moving forward. Communication speeds up. Information arrives. Decisions get made. Some of you, this really could involve, hey, perhaps it's travel, relocation, messages that are coming in very quickly. For others, this is about some sort of financial improvement, transactions, opportunities, a solution that is appearing. But the deeper spiritual meaning I'm getting here, the transition into calmer waters. So I did a reading on the Six of Swords, 6 weeks, transition period. The thumbnail had this card and the rabbit, a lucky time. Perhaps if you haven't watched that one yet, there might just be a message there for you. Yes, the storm you have been navigating is beginning to pass, I'm hearing. You're moving through that period. And sometimes balance arrives through that swift movement from the universe once the lessons have been integrated. All right, let's get some more cards out and close this message out. Let me know, beautiful souls, how this is resonating, helping you in any sort of way. I would really, truly appreciate it. So we have the Knight of Cups, Nine of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Wands. Wow, this feels heartfelt. Some of you truly want to wear your heart on your sleeve. You are people who are, you're a person who genuinely believe in love, in kindness, in connection. You believe in that fairy tale. But repeated betrayals or disappointment have made you put up a bit of walls. I'm hearing some of you have lost faith in humanity. It almost feels like some of you got to a point where you were thinking, maybe I just cannot trust people anymore. Or maybe you felt like giving up on certain dreams or connections. I'm getting the sense that this is someone who is exhausted from always being the strong one. But your spark is returning. A new passion, a new creative direction, a new opportunity that ignites your motivation. It can mean different for each and every one of you. So let's have a look and get one more card out and see what is this new spark, this new passion. Three of Cups, which is beautiful because why? It speaks about community, soul family, kindred kindred, something like that, spirits, all right? Not everyone you meet in your life is meant to hurt you. Some people actually are just part of your soul tribe. And Spirit wants you to remember this. The pacts you run with and the kindred connections you forge are not always defined by blood. Yet they become your living and breathing support system. The pacts you run with and the kindred connections you forge are not always defined by blood. Yet they become your living and breathing support system. There are people entering your life, or hey, perhaps some are already around you, who do truly celebrate you, who supports your dreams, and who walks beside you rather than against you. So this whole reading, it feels like a story about someone who walked through shadow, confronted fear, released old pain, and is now slowly stepping back into purpose, connection, and creative expansion. Hey, the wheel is turning, all right? Justice is restoring balance, and the spark inside you is returning. Now, I do see here, yes, Seven of Pentacles. It's something that you have been planting seeds and working behind the scenes. I'm hearing some of you, it's been 7 months of patience, planting seeds, pausing, reflection, and recognizing. Yeah, right now I think you are recognizing you need to just take a moment and recognize how far you've come. Some of you have really been planting these seeds for a long time. Perhaps it's 7 years, 7 months, 7 weeks. Each of you will be different. And hey, this could have been healing, your spiritual growth, your work. Perhaps even in the connections that you are trying to build in your life, like example, your family. And hey, there have been moments where you perhaps questioned, is any of this actually going to pay off? But Spirit is saying nothing you've invested your energy into has been wasted, even if the lessons have been difficult. Even the setbacks. They were all part of the preparation, the soil for what's coming next. Growth does take time. Funny thing is, today, the tree of life stood out for me on this deck, roots. And on Facebook as well, I saw something to do with roots. The roots that grow slowly are often the ones that become the strongest. Tree of life really could be significant for some of you. So if you've been feeling like things have just been moving slower than perhaps you've hoped, I'm hearing don't lose faith. Because this reading does show the wheel turning, justice restoring balance, and a whole new spark of opportunity appearing. And that tells me that the seeds that you have planted are very close to breaking through the surface. Number 7 could also be significant. It's a lucky number. I just made a reading as well that now is a lucky time from the Animal Spirits Wolf Tribe. If this message resonated with your journey, let me know in the comments. Always, as you know, I love listening and hearing. I suppose I can't listen, but I love reading how Spirit's messages connected with your path. And if you enjoyed this reading and want to continue running with this beautiful community, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, share it with someone who might just need it today. Because sometimes, the guidance we're meant to hear finds us exactly when we are ready for it. Until next time, Wolf Soul Tribe, trust your intuition, stay grounded in your truth, and keep running with the wolves. Love and light.